So we should be signed into Scratch on our account. We can see up here. If you come to Scratch and you're not, you just click on the sign in button, which is around about the same area. Put in your username and password. This is the home page. To make a project, you hit on create. And what it will do is it will open you a brand new project window. So it shows you the full Scratch environment where you can build your blocks of code together and you can even run your programs. First thing I would always do is go to the box up here with the name of the project, which will usually be untitled, and give it a name. I'm going to call our first program Tinkering because we're just going to play around with it. And it will save automatically as you go in the cloud and online. There's a button up here sometimes that says save now, that if you made any changes you can click on that, but it usually saves regularly. Down here are our sprites. Our sprites are our characters and objects. There's various settings for them. We can add more objects and characters to our game. There's a big library of lots of sprites that you can add in and you can change. Try the bat, and you can get new and different sprites that are there, as you can see. Big thing that's really important is when you click on the different sprites and you start building blocks, the program is on that sprite, so it only affects that character or that object. Up here we have all the different types of blocks. It's worth your while having a look through all these blocks, and they're split into different sections. It gives you a real idea of different creative ideas and things you're able to do in Scratch. And you can even just click on an area that you want to go to. A block that you will always need to use is when green flag clicked, because that is how we make our programs run in this window to see what's happening. So you've got quite a few basic things here. You can make your cat sprite, the one we're clicked on, move, and you can change the values and settings inside the blocks, and you can drag and actually put other blocks inside these blocks if need be. You can do things like turn. You've got stuff like sounds, and there's lots of other things there. We'll kind of move on to events and controls to make more advanced games. So it's a good idea to have a good look, spend some time going through all the different areas and all the different kind of blocks that are possible. You'll notice that on each sprite you click on, there's also a tab for costumes. So the cat comes with two basic costumes that if you move between, you can make it look like he's walking. You can add more. You can add more costumes from the library. And like any part of this, you can actually paint your own costumes. You can edit and copy and change costumes that are there. It's the same with sprites. You can actually paint your own sprites, and you can even paint your own backgrounds. Also sounds, there's a little sound editor in there. This is one of the most annoying sounds a teacher will hear when using Scratch. But you can add more sounds again, and you can edit sounds slightly. And then back to the code. The backdrop, or the kind of level, or whatever you want to call it, the stage, you click over here. What you'll notice is that when you click on the backdrop in the stage and it's highlighted, it actually has its own blocks of code. It doesn't have as many blocks of code as the characters and sprites, but you can program it. Instead of costumes, it has backdrops, where again you can edit and draw your own backdrop. You can add backdrops. You can even take objects and sprites and backdrops from other places. You can actually create them somewhere else, or you can actually even take photos for different kind of graphics methods. So if you go back to the cat, so we can see the code. So you've got to remember there's different code on different objects and sprites. You hit the green flag, and it very quickly runs the code and goes through in the sequence. Anytime you come back to Scratch and you don't want to start a new project and you want to find the one you've done previously, what you can do, it's just warning me to hit on save now. And then I'll say project save, so I know that the latest version's in there. And if you hit on the folder, all your projects will be stored online in the cloud here. So when you come back to Scratch again another time, you can just go to the folder, and if you hit on see inside again, it will actually bring you back to your program. So have fun, experiment, have a good look around.